it's Linda Fox. I'm senior reporter with PhocusWire. We're in the PhocusWire studio at the World Aviation Festival, and we are in partnership with Pros. I'm here with Martin Gauss. He is Chief Executive for AirBaltic. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
So I've read that AirBaltic is now embarked on the second stage of its strategy, which is called Destination 2025, if I'm correct. Now, what you've said is that you want to expand your existing routes and maybe look at new routes. And what I'm wondering is, how does that affect your distribution?
Of course, we, like everybody else, want to go direct. So we are focusing on our internet booking engine to get as much traffic as possible on this one. We focus a lot on social media, so we're very strong there. And over the years, of course, we try to go with all we can in this direction. Still today, we are also on the GDSs, and this has to do with the traffic mix we have.
So no kind of airline distribution conversation at the moment is complete without a mention of NDC. What's AirBaltic's stance on NDC?
As we are still on the GDSs, I think we'll go that path as well. But as I see the development with the direct channel and our own internet booking engines, also on the internet, the online travel agencies, I see that this is a phase we will go through, and hopefully one day will be 100% direct.
So what would the demographics of your markets be in terms of internet penetration and mobile and those kind of channels?
We're already on our own booking engine more than 50% today. If we add the online travel agencies, which are also people on the internet, then we are at above 60%. And I see this going to above 90% where the ultra low cost carriers are, because they are nearly 100% on direct. And that's also where we will go. But it will take a couple of years, again, due to a demand from mainly business travelers, which still traditionally book through the big travel agencies.
Of course. And would you say that you're dealing with, a growing youth population that is on those channels anyway? Or
yes.
Is it slower to kind of come on board in terms of, say Northern Europe is very much online, maybe? What's the situation in the Baltics?
The younger generation definitely is online, so we see this with a very high penetration of the mobile bookings coming through. Also the bookings coming direct through the social media. So somebody starting on social media and then closing a booking at the end. That is increasing. That is the younger generation. And that is geographically, and we fly all over Europe, also in Eastern Europe, it's the same everywhere. So the mobile internet is what is coming, and it's going to go all mobile. So we see a very, very strong trend there.
What would you say are the kind of main challenges currently impacting your airline?
We are growing. We need to add aircraft. We have, with the Airbus A220 as the single fleet in the future, a transition to do. We're transitioning Boeing fleet and the turboprop fleet to this Airbus. So that, I would say, is a positive challenge. We're adding capacity at the same time changing aircraft type. Otherwise, our challenge is that we are growing every year. Successful at the moment. We're going from record to record on the passenger numbers. We have a good product, passengers like us, so it's more the challenge of finishing that transition. Okay,
and is it hard to stay on top of digital kind of transformation and distribution landscape changes there? Is that hard for an airline to stay on top?
I think as a small organization, and AirBaltic used to be innovative, and we're very innovative now. We're very fast in adopting new technology. We're working now on our new internet booking engine already for a couple of years. There's a lot to be seen soon. So I think as a small airline, you can adopt things faster and you can act faster to the demands, which we do. And we're very happy. We have done a couple of innovative stuff in the past, and we're going to do the same in the future.
So you were, I think, the first airline, certainly in Europe, to offer payments for Bitcoin. And you've been doing that for some years now. How do you see blockchain, or perhaps ledger, distributed ledger more generally, having an impact on the airline industry?
It's correct. We were the first airline in the world offering Bitcoin, and we still have it today. It hasn't really developed. There is a couple of bookings coming in every week on Bitcoins. It has not changed much. But I believe in the blockchain technology because Bitcoin is still around. So it has proven that it is a technology which works. And there's several approaches in our industry of taking distribution to blockchain. And I would welcome that because I think it makes things much easier. So, and we try to be innovative on this one as well. So as soon as there's something which makes sense for us, we will definitely test it.
What about other emerging technologies, say artificial intelligence, personalization, all the other things, chatbots? What are you doing there?
We have introduced a bot on our Facebook Messenger. So if you talk to us on Facebook, a bot is going to answer to you. until the point in time where the bot wants to
Yeah,
understand
so
you.
what kind of percentage is it able to deal with? And what,
No, we have several thousand people, of course, every week talking to the bot. But it is not that you're talking to the bot endless. The moment you don't want to, or the bot says, I'm better handing over to a human, it says, you want to talk to a human now, and then you hand it over, and it's seamless. So it works very well. More and more people like it because most of the questions are similar, and that is much better done by a bot. We introduced that, it works very well, and it's growing.
And what about AI? Again, a lot of airlines talking about AI and how it can bring efficiencies to operations, to everything really.
I think we will see this everywhere because the AI will do much more than a human brain can do, and if you combine that. But there is limits to where airlines will use it also for the foreseeable future if we come into flight operations. Yeah? That area, I think that we will exclude from that for quite a while due to safety issues. But on the distribution side, I think there are no limits because the development is going so fast, especially in our industry, that we'll see a lot of interesting things happening. And we are looking, as AirBaltic always, what is the latest. We're here on this conference to also speak about that. So I'm very positive about it, and we want to use it wherever possible and where we will offer a better service to our customers or whether it will help our results.
Let's talk about the passenger experience for a second, because one of the biggest things still is the airport experience, which still can be pretty awful. So again, where are you seeing technology making improvements, and when might we have this, sort of holy grail of a seamless passenger experience?
It will take quite a while to have that everywhere because every airport is very different to the other airport. If we look at the security checks, there's not one airport like the other. Different equipment, can you take liquids, can you not take liquids, what scanners? Also the check-in process. Some airports are high sophisticated with self-baggage check-in, others you're queuing for an hour. So I think it will take a very long time until all airports have a common standard like we have today when we fly, because once you're on board of an airline, it's pretty standardized and how we fly the aircraft.
Sure.
The ground experience, there's big airports are leading with big projects in a very positive way and doing a lot, but to have a common ground experience, and all travelers know that, will take a very long time. We can just look in Europe, and flying from any airport to the other airport is a completely different ground experience. And to homogeneous the system on the ground would mean that all the people working with these systems would have to work together. That we see that there are the problems. And there's a lot happening, but it is not going as fast as we would wish. We as airlines can work with messenger services to the passengers. If we have the data from the passenger who flies on us, we can do a lot of service for the passenger. But once we get into the territory of the ground operations where the airport is involved and the ground handling company is involved, then we are into their systems, and then it gets more difficult, especially if it's not your home airport, if it's an outstation.
And a lot of people have been pinning their hopes on biometrics. So obviously there's even more stakeholders there in terms of Homeland Security type organisations, government. So again, can you see that people buying wholesale into that idea?
Yes, I can. We are trying now to get easier on the liquid issues so that we have scanners who can detect the liquid. You don't have to take out your 100 centiliters and they take away your cream. So that would be a big a positive step for the passenger experience. And yes, as fast as you can go through security, as fast as you can go through immigration, because you have biometric identification, it will help passengers and it will help the flows of the airlines. So what you see today when you immigration, most of the people use the gates now where you put your passport and then the door opens much faster than it used to be. But there's not many airports which have that. So if we now look at the time it will take until all airports have that kind of immigration, we'll talk 10 plus years.
And then just final question on ancillaries. Again, a lot of airlines beginning to make serious incremental revenue on ancillaries. Where is AirBaltic with ancillaries?
I would see ourselves very successful. Not where the leaders in the markets are, because they have a different model. But we are very innovative in coming up with new ancillaries. We recently introduced something called a heavy hand baggage. It was implemented from the idea in the management team. Within 5 days we had it live. And you can buy yourself 3 additional kilos on the hand baggage, and it is the pickup rate is very, very positive. Passengers like that product. And we will be coming up with more and more. We have a new onboard offering on the food side where you can pre-order your meal. We've changed it slightly. We have 75 different meals you can pre-order in the booking process or at check-in. And we've changed that slightly, and we see an increase of above 80% per year now. So on the ancillary side, a lot is happening, and we see, for us, the development very positive.
Okay, Martin, thank you very much.